What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We haven't done anything like this on this channel, and I decided finally to change it up and deliver to you guys something different, something creative, and something that's just nobody's ever done on YouTube. So we'll go ahead and do that here. I'm going to introduce to you, right here is my boy Felipe. He is here today. He's going to get a haircut from me. I'm going to go ahead and cut his hair and simultaneously ask him a set of questions regarding sneakers. These are really hot topics right now when it comes to 2018. So he's gonna just pretty much tell me on top of the dome what are his thoughts based on, you know, which questions I asked him. So are you ready, brother? Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's do this, man. All right, you guys, enjoy the video. I hope you guys will like this little concept that we have going on here. Then your boy's got message. Let's go ahead and start this up, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys ready? I hope you guys are ready. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of the video. And let's go ahead and start it up. Let's go. Ready? Let's do this.
I was kinda...
Alright, bro. So first of all, how's life, man? How's everything going?
I can't complain. Life's a blessing. We're breathing again.
Yeah, that's good, brother. Okay, man. So you ready for these questions I'm about to ask, bro?
Of course, man. Let them roll.
All right, let's go ahead and do this. So, first question. Off-White, Nike, Virgil Abloh. You know, the 10, you know, dropping last year became like one of the biggest hits of the year. It became the sneaker of the year, the Air Jordan 1 Off-White. Thoughts on, you know, perspective where Nike's going now, going forward? Do you think it's going to flop later on? They're going to drop more colorways, or are they going to sustain and maintain that? What do you think? I want to know your thoughts, brother.
Well, in all honesty, the collab is incredible. All the shoes were made ridiculously well. Each silhouette, the resemblance and the meaning behind each silhouette is pretty remarkable. I feel like the collab can only get better. It can branch off into other areas that it hadn't before.
Yeah.
For one, the first 10 were to pay homage to the original 10 shoes that Nike established itself with the Air Force One, the Nike Blazer, the Air Max 90, the 97, Vapor Max, and even doing the vulcanized Converse, which hasn't even dropped yet, is going to come out pretty soon, which is actually really nice. And it's looking really bright for that collab. It's looking really bright. Even though from what the contract states, it's only a 3 series contract. Which means they're only going to do 3 collections. So the second collection is going to be interesting to see what they come out with for the second collection.
I see. Is this something that, you know, is this what saved? Do you think, in your opinion, is this what saved Nike? Is this was this Nike's way out to, you know, coming back on top, becoming the top dog again? And when it comes to, you know, when it comes to shoes, when it comes to, you know, height,
yeah,
and all that.
Of course. Everyone would speculate that, and I could see why that would hold true. But in all honesty, I feel like Nike as a brand has always been well established, and it's always been really well spoken for. Main reason is because it's the premier running brand, and it has always held its position as that.
Most definitely, yeah.
So I feel, with that being said, that Nike really didn't have to reestablish itself. More so, just show light on what it's doing for the future of sneakers.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, yeah, like, it's crazy what, you know, the brand is really doing. You know, going forward with just saving silhouettes. You know, we really thought that the Converse were going to drop last year, but, you know, saving something like that, I feel like this year it's going to be like a huge wave for Converse. Do you think so?
Oh yeah,
like, you know, I think everybody's going to start wearing Chucks again, you know. I
think what really broke the ice to bring Converse to that forefront once again was the fact that Nike actually bought the brand out and started using Lunarlon on their midsole. Yeah. Which was dope, because it made a somewhat uncomfortable shoe more comfortable and more appealing to more people.
No, exactly.
And with that, the introduction of that Jordan Converse pack also kind of brought light to it. Not too many people bid on it, but it's definitely a collector's item. I personally own it, and I'm really happy about that pack. Like, that pack was made really well, and the presentation of it was awesome.
Yeah, most definitely. What do you think about just, you know, now changes the subject a little bit, you know, Adidas. Get into collabs a little bit later with Adidas, but Adidas right now with the Yeezys was, you know, it was just taken over, you know, a couple years back, and now, where do you personally think that's with the current state of Yeezys, where do you think it's currently at right now?
I personally feel that Yeezy is its own monster. It blazed the trail for itself, and it brought whatever was associated with it along the trail. The boost just helped that much more, and the introduction of the Yeezy Boost, not to take anything away from it, was really revolutionary. And at the time that it released, yeah, it did put Nike on the back burner, but it definitely didn't do away with Nike. And that just comes to show you with all these releases that Nike has coming up, and all these collabs that Nike's been doing, from Kith to Virgil to even V-Lone with Bari.
Yeah,
it was just all the collabs that Nike was throwing out while Adidas was attacking them with the boost, kind of helped them stand their ground. They stayed level with it.
Yeah, you know, like Wave Runner, the Mud Rats, like all these weird silhouettes coming out just super random. I don't know what you think about that. Like, you know, is he gonna bring back an older silhouette, and then he's bringing out all these random ones, and he still has his season line? How do you feel about all these Kanye shoes just coming out? You know, like, versus, you know, before the exclusivity of, you know, one Nike,
owning one.
Yeah, owning one, and just, you know, the Nike Air Yeezy 1, you know, Nike Air Yeezy 2. It's just that one silhouette. Those, you know, those silhouettes that just dropped for Nike. You know, that's all that there was.
Yeah.
Or, you know, so everybody wanted those shoes, but now just different silhouettes left and right from Adidas. Nobody really knows what they want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. I mean, the price points are so high, so how do you feel? How do you feel about that?
In all honesty, I respect what Kanye's trying to do with the 350s, because he's making them the more accessible silhouette of the Yeezy for people to enjoy it. And essentially it's touching back on what he wanted to do, which is make the Yeezy accessible to everybody. And with that being said, like, I feel like
that is a good point. That is a good point. He did say that, you know, and I did mention it in my, like, previous video, guys. Like, you know, Yeezy did promise, like, all his fans that everybody will get a Yeezy. So yeah,
so
I feel it, man.
So with him flooding the market with the, I wouldn't say flooding the market, but making it more accessible to people, I think it's kind of solidifying the consumer that he already had built, his base that he already had established. And it's keeping them happy, so they come back every time that he has something to offer for them. Dude,
most definitely, brother. Like, you know, I love Yeezys, and I know you watched my previous videos before, telling everybody here that I sold my Yeezys for Off-Whites. You know, like, it's crazy. Like, how, you know, I hope you don't blame me for that, but but like, I'm just so dedicated, and I'm just so, like, I just support the swoosh so much, and just the fact that all these Yeezys are coming out, and then if I were just to go outside real quick, you know, like, I can for sure, like, there's a 50 or 65% chance I will find somebody, or a little kid or whoever, in a pair of Yeezys, and I'm just gonna be like, damn, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
exactly.
That's how I feel. So I have another question for you here. Thoughts on Jordan Brand? You know, previous Gatorade lineup, there was so much hype around it for a little bit, and, you know, it just sort of flopped. It's sad, you know, and nothing. I mean, those green ones, those green 6s sold out super quick, you know, but the ones that look like Carmine's, they sat for a good minute. Like, thoughts on the Gatorade line?
I just feel like Jordan Brand is oversaturating the market with retros, to keep people satisfied. Because at the time when retros were really popular, a lot of people couldn't get them, or they couldn't afford them.
Yeah.
And now they're just like the Yeezy. They're becoming more accessible. They're becoming more readily available. It's just on the consumer whether they want it or not now, more so than before.
Yeah.
The hint of exclusivity got kind of taken away, but it gets reintroduced now and then with the collabs, as well as limited drops. Like, for example, the Gatorade lineup, everyone was gunning for that green pair of 6s.
Yeah.
But it left everything else on the back burner.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All the ones which were made with really good leather quality, and even
the leather is amazing on these things, and you know, it's crazy. Like
they're finally putting effort into the brand, but it's going unnoticed because people are only going after the hype.
Yeah. And how do you feel about that? You know, as a sneakerhead, you know, that collected sneakers from a long time ago, when Jordan at its prime. You know, like, not Jordan himself, but like Jordan shoes, sneakers. Retros and all that. Like, how do you feel, you know, like, the fact that it's not even as hot anymore. You know, if this, you know, when the Space Jams drop, you see Space Jams getting returned to, you know, random Nike stores, and then all these really all these colorways that are just, you know, symbolic, and just, you know, everybody knows what these colorways are when it comes to the True Blue 3s, so and so. It just doesn't have any importance anymore. How do you feel about that?
In all honesty, I'm glad that Jordan Brand is going about the path that it's going right now, because it should honestly make people appreciate the brand that much more. The reason being is because for a while, like, Jordans, when they were a hot commodity, people were getting killed over certain pairs.
Yeah.
People were losing time, losing money, losing effort over a shoe that in reality was only to appease a certain crowd.
Most definitely. No, yeah, I completely agree with that. Which kind of leads us to my next question. Levi's Forest. Okay, there has been so much like talk when it comes to J's, man. Like, I don't know if you saw Soho, so like you saw the craze over there, and then San Francisco, you already know.
I was out there for San Francisco. It was wild. Yeah, man. It's wild.
So explain to me, like, why is it so hyped now? Like, all of a sudden, you know,
it's just crazy.
You already had like a couple people lining up over there, and 14 days, 15 days prior to the drop. So like, how do you? What's your thoughts on this collab? Is it, you know, is it just all hype, or does it actually have meaning?
The collab has meaning for sure. If a lot of people don't know, the collab was dropped to celebrate the 30-year anniversary of Levi's. Yep. Levi's jeans. Yep. And with that, they celebrated the 30-year partnership that they've had with Jordan Brand. Mm-hmm. So the release was definitely symbolic. Yeah. It just comes to show you, like I was talking to you about it earlier. It's a specific crowd. Yeah. It's not everyone's gonna go out and buy a denim shoe because they want to wear a denim outfit with a denim shoe. This is cool how Jordan Brand's sort of getting this treatment again when it comes to like a sneaker drop. People are actually lining up for sneakers again, which is cool. Which is dope. It's cool and it's not, because it can be dangerous, you know, like all that stuff. You already know how that is. No, definitely. It's good to know that Jordan Brand's kind of like back on track, and Off-White definitely helped start that up a little bit with the silhouette, you know. No, definitely. Yeah. And then even the rumored silhouette of the 3s for Off-White is going to be interesting if they do go through with that. Man, that's gonna be crazy. You see those black Off-White Air Force Ones that Drake wore? Yeah, he wore on courtside. Yeah, that's insane, man. Yeah, man, definitely. This next question right here I'm gonna ask you is regarding Adidas again. Yeah, no worries. The Dragon Ball Z Adidas collab. What are your thoughts on that? Man, I was honestly really looking forward to that collab, because me personally, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. Same here. Bro, I grew up on it with my dad. Like it's so nostalgic. It's something that I definitely was looking forward to. Yeah. As far as the silhouettes go and the way that they portrayed each character, I honestly didn't like it. It was ugly. It was weird. They had so much. There was so much they can do with that. You know, they could have done so much merchandise. Yeah, like apparel wise. Yeah, they could have killed with apparel. That's what I'm saying. They could have killed with apparel. Like if Nike, I'm telling you, if Nike had that, if they had it'd be game over. You know, like. Oh my gosh, because you know SBs, right? SBs, themes, like all this stuff. Nike just knows what they're doing with that. Exactly. And SBs are kind of like starting to come back with it again, and I love it. But you know, Adidas had such a huge blank canvas, and you know all they had to do was really get more creative versus like, you know, just throwing everything out there all at once. You see that they just dropped all the colorways, and without even like giving us that little hang time, like they didn't even, you know what I'm saying? They didn't present it properly. They didn't present it properly at all, and it's just, you know, when it comes to like Adidas signing Kanye, you know, we had that hang time for a little bit before that first. Yeah, and even then, the presentation of Big Sean's Adidas contract, the presentation of Pusha T's Adidas contract with the EQTs, like that was supposed they were supposed to break ground after Kanye went to Adidas. Yeah, that's what it was. And they didn't back it up because the designers weren't coinciding with the artists. Yeah, the artists weren't agreeing with the designers, and then it came to a point where the designers were kind of just kicked out, and the artists were left for themselves to do what they wanted to. Yeah. Whereas with Nike, they control the design, but they allow them to add influence to it.
No, most definitely. Yeah.
Which I with.
I do too, man. Like, can you believe that?
For example,
when it comes to music, like when it comes to Kendrick, like joining Nike, it just plays like a huge.
That Cortez is beautiful.
Yeah, like it's just insane, man. Like how collabing is just the new thing right now, and it's crazy, brother. So we'll go ahead and just start wrapping this up a little bit here. Almost done with your cut. Nike or Adidas? Who's gonna win it this year? Who's gonna take 2018? What are your thoughts?
Unless Kanye comes out with something ridiculous this year, Nike has it in the bag.
Yeah, Nike does, right? It's just why? Like, why do you think Nike really has it now? Like, why do you think they have?
They've established their position firm. They dug their feet into the ground, and they're not budging.
Exactly.
And it's about time because they needed to do that. Because a lot of people started doubting them. Once Under Armour signed Curry. Once Adidas signed James Harden, they're like, oh, what's Nike basketball gonna do now? Nike basketball
was just huge. Like,
it was
a long time. It was just like the thing, you know. Let's go ahead and squeeze a small little question in here. ASAP Rocky, Under Armour. Does this change up? Does this change up the odds? You know, does this bring another competitor into the circle? Does this change everything when it comes to the sneaker game? ASAP Rocky, you know, just dropped this concept of the sneaker that he's working on. How do you feel about that?
By the way, much love and respect to ASAP Rocky. He is a pioneer in his own right. Anything and everything he touches is gold. He did the same for Adidas, Jeremy Scott. He also did the same for the Air Force One with V Lone introducing it. He did it with Guess jeans.
Yeah, that was insane.
He is a fashion pioneer, and he's gonna continue to be a fashion pioneer. And whatever he touches, literally turns to gold. It's so crazy.
And I think he's working on a new album right now. You think it's gonna like simultaneously drop with his shoes? You think it's gonna like start a craze, like, you know, with V Lone as I don't know. Well, you know, V Lone's not with Nike at the moment, and that, you know, since what happened.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, what are you expecting?
It's honestly just gonna open a door for people to explore different feels, different vibes, and it's gonna relinquish the pressure that the sneaker game has on it right now. Like, oh, if you're not wearing Nike, you're wearing Adidas, or if you're not wearing Adidas, you're wearing Nike. It's kind of like everybody's like jumping off boat, like choosing which sides, depending on, you know. Exactly, and it's making it more of a brand war instead of a brand acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And I feel like this collab with ASAP Rocky is really just gonna level out the playing field. It's gonna pretty much show people like, hey, you can wear whatever you want as long as you're comfortable. It doesn't matter what the next person's wearing.
Well, yeah, like, and his shoe looks good. Have you seen it? Like,
yeah, it doesn't look bad. The silhouette's nice.
It's actually really nice. You know, like ASAP Rocky, you know, he's just a big fashion guy. It looks as if it was a shoe that he would actually make and create, you know?
Yeah, it's like the Travis Scott Air Force One.
Yeah.
Which you own, right?
Yes, sir. It's a beautiful shoe. He was actually there when when I got him. So, yeah, man.
It's just beautiful to see the concepts that artists put out with a shoe. It's like the OVO silhouettes.
Yeah. But the thing about OVO silhouettes, it's just, you know, this is jumping back to the, you know, like, who's better, Nike or Adidas? You know, Drake's more towards Jordan brand, but it just doesn't seem like his shoes are gaining much effect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're kind of flustering.
Like, yeah. Like, what do you think? Why do you think is that? You know?
Because he's not pushing them like he should be. For instance, the last OVO that was actually relevant was the 12, and that's because he actually had a sweatsuit and he did a commercial for it.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's better product marketing that they need to do for the shoe. Like, if Drake were to invest even an eighth of the money that he earns a day into promoting something like that, it would be huge. It'd be ridiculously huge because Drake is a worldwide artist. So by
the best artist, like best rapper of our time, like arguably, you know, like it's crazy.
Yeah, he's for sure top 5. of our time. And the fact that he continues to strive to remain relevant, like, it would be nice for him to invest a little bit into promoting stuff like that, because it would make him that much bigger.
It really would.
To a different crowd.
Would. No, I really would. I definitely agree with that. I want Drake to be at that level when it comes to fashion.
Because if he wanted
really
to, he could be an ASAP Rocky. He could be a pioneer, and he could really push it. But the fact that he's not putting too much behind it, it doesn't help. Like, push that message forward.
You know, like, I have a couple OVO pieces myself, and it's just, you know, like, I just don't see it as, well, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade at Drake or, you know, the OVO line, but just versus me wearing, choosing what to wear for the day, Supreme, Babe,
even
Champion, even V-Lone, or stuff like that. You know, like, I just don't see it on the same tier. OVO at the same tier as all these other brands,
even Off-White.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, don't you just feel the same way for some odd reason?
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty crazy.
Looking pretty solid here, looking pretty fresh, ladies and gentlemen. You know, he wants the widow's peak because, you know, he's Vegeta.
Super Saiyan 3.
So far, we look pretty good here. We just did a little fade taper on the sides, ladies and gentlemen, right here in the back, left and right. And he just wanted the little corners. He wanted the crispy corners on the sides right there. So something light, something simple. You know what I'm saying? Something the ladies would like, right?
Party on the front. You know what I'm saying?
Alright guys, I hope you guys loved the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want me to do any more episodes of something like this, you know, cutting their hair and then asking them, like, you know, questions about culture, shoes, or, you know, hype teens, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Felipe. Thanks for being my first.
It was a pleasure, brother.
No, most definitely. Thank you, man. The first client on Solecutz. We'll call it Solecutz, you guys. And stay tuned for the next video. Much love, and I appreciate all of you. We about to go eat now because we hungry. We hangry, bro. So
need to feed
peace
the people.
out. Gotta feed the people. All right, man. Peace out. And we're not doing that anymore. We're leaving that in 2017. We're just gonna leave this right here. We out.